Hey, 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 it's Tia, baby. And I am back with a short video. So, someone sent me a YouTube video that, well, it's an old video, but they wanted me to react to, well, not react to it, but give my opinion or analyze the video. And the video was about a girl who visited the Selena Museum in Texas. And forgive me, I have a huge pimple right here. Oh my gosh, staring at me in the face. But the girl visited the Selena Museum in Texas. I'm assuming she lives in Texas as well. I'm not sure, but I'm just assuming. But she was given a video talking about her experiences there, what she saw, how it looked, and everything like that. So before I get into the juicy part of the video, she first described like how it looks. She said that the museum looks like a house. I've seen what the museum looked like. I'll put a picture of it in the video. Of course, everybody knows what it looked like inside because it's plastered all over social media of, different parts of the museum. So you can look on Instagram or Facebook or just Google like what it looks like inside. Basically it has like all of her or a majority of her outfits on stage when she was performing, or interviews, or her infamous outfits, and things like that from the Grammys and other award shows and stuff like that. And yeah, so all of that is there at the museum, as well as her car is parked in the museum, and a lot of pictures and a lot of performances are plastered everywhere in the museum. Okay, so the girl was talking about like the dad's or the dictator's office is inside of the museum. So you have to walk through the museum in order to get to his office. She pretty much said that Suzette and the dictator, well, pretty much Suzette is there almost often or every day, if not every day, every other day or whatever. But she's all pretty often. And I believe the dictator is there as well. So she also said that they charge like $3 to get in. I mean, I don't know how every state handles museums, but I thought museums were free. I mean, most museums are free. I know where I'm from, my city is plastered with museums. So we're known for museums. And 90% of our museums are free. I think the only museum that isn't free is the African American Museum, and probably like the Holocaust Museum. Those two are probably, and the spy, what is it called? Is it the Spy Museum? Those are, and the Crime and Punishment Museum. Those four museums are like, I think, the only museums that charge. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think, because I haven't been to a museum in a minute. But yeah, but all the other ones are free. Now, in my opinion, for a museum that small, that's in pretty much a house, and it's I mean, I'm not gonna say it doesn't look like a museum from the outside, but I just feel as though, why are you charging for a Selena museum? Like, I can see if, because most museums they charge to it's usually this grand big building, and they have collect a lot of treasures and stuff like that. And sometimes they use the money for donations to, you know, upkeep the building or um, purchase other, you know, things for the viewers to see and stuff like, or have different programs that's embedded in the museum, and the money that they charge may go towards that and stuff like that. But what is the extra, what is the $3 for? And then she's saying that they also ask for donation. You can donate at the end of the tour. Money, money, money. But I'm just like, what is this $3? Where does this $3 go? Where did the $3 go? And what are the donations for? Because I don't understand why you charging for a small building that probably only takes like 5 minutes. Well, not gonna say 5 minutes. Depending on, well, yeah, it probably take about five minutes for a tour because it's that small. I haven't been in there, so I don't know. But I'm just like, why are you even charging her fans to see a museum? I'm just like, it's not like they using the money to purchase Selena items to plaster on the thing. These are her own items that she worn, that she had in her possession. So I'm just trying to figure out why are they charging $3? Why isn't it free like most museums? But like I said, every state is different. I know where I'm from. Like I said, most of the museums where I'm from are free. I just don't understand why they charge it. Even though $3 is not expensive at all, but it's just the principle of it. Why are you charging? What is this? Where is the money going towards? Because as long as I can, from what I can recall, that museum been established for some years now, probably a decade or going on a decade. So if they've been charging, per entry from the time they opened the museum up until now, then if the money is going towards like upkeep, then why haven't they had a bigger building? Why haven't they transferred that small museum into a bigger establishment? Because they said everything big is in Texas. So why haven't they, used the money that they've been charging people to come in to see the museum? Why haven't they used that money to build a even bigger and a more extravagant museum for Selena? That way they can see her stuff in a bigger space, and probably have like a room where they can watch the Houston Astrodome concert, and also maybe have a photo booth and take pictures, and Selena, like, and it can be like a Photoshop where Selena is like, it'll look like they like taking pictures with Selena herself. What else? That they can have like souvenir. They may already have souvenirs, but if they don't, add on some souvenirs, like keychain, like Selena keychains, or something like that. Also have like another room where they may show the Selena, like other performances or interviews and stuff like that she has done, when she was alive and stuff like that. But instead they use money to buy stupid stuff like boom boxes and pagers and dolls and t-shirts and stuff like that. Where if they charging people for the museum, then then I'm sure they're making great money off of the museum, and they should use that money and build a bigger building. No, they should do for two reasons. Build a bigger building where they have more things Selena in that building, and like as I described before, what they should have in there. And also some of the proceeds or donations can go towards a cause that Selena was a part of, because DARE is still active. It's probably not as active as it was back then, but I've still seen some dare programs. They can donate the money that they raise from donations to the museum. They can use that towards that program or whatever program that it still exists that she was a part of, or that she would have been a part of had she still been alive. Like, do stuff that Selena will actually do or be a part of as if she was alive, not what they think. And so that's my opinion on that. So the gist of the video was she apparently was approached by Suzette. So apparently the rules before entering the museum is that you can't take videos, but you can take pictures and if you take pictures, it can't have the flash on. Don't know. I don't know why, but whatever. Okay, so I'm just trying to figure out what is the difference of taking a picture and video. It's still evidence. I mean, what they don't want to be caught doing something. I mean, whether it's a picture or video, it's still evidence if they were to catch something. So I'm just trying to figure out why they can't, why visitors can't take a video, can't record, but they can take pictures. What's the damn difference? No difference. Anyway, it's just one is a still picture, another one you're moving. But if you ain't got nothing to hide, what does it matter? So anyway, also she was saying that she saw Suzette like entering in the museum part where everybody was at. And so she wanted to take a picture of her. So she tried to play it off and take a picture, but pretend that she was probably on a phone or something. So Suzette won't think that she was taking a picture of her without her knowing. But Suzette caught on to what she was doing because they both locked eyes. So she said that allegedly that Suzette walked towards her and grabbed her arm. Now, before I go on, I mean, she's nicer than me, the girl, because if that was me and Suzette grabbed, or anybody grabbed my arm as if they were my mother or some source of authority, I would not, first of all, she would not have no hands, because you're not going to put your hands, that's assault in a way. For real, that's assault. You grabbed her arm. You could have bruised her arm if you grabbed her arm and held it tight. You could have put a bruise on it, or you could have scratched her accidentally or something. That is assault because you put your hands on her without her consent. So she's more respectful than me. I would have pressed charges on her because I'm like, she grabbed my arm for no apparent reason. And if she said, well, I thought she was taking, well, that's what you thought, but you thought wrong. I took pictures, not a video. And even if I did, you don't grab my arm like that, like you're some source of authority. So I would have probably pressed charges on her because she assaulted me. You assaulted me. You put your hands on me. 2, I would have yanked my arm away from her and be like, what do you think you're doing? Why are you touching me? For one, I don't know where your hand's been. 2, I have not given you no consent to touch me. You have no authority or no right to put your hands on me. I don't care if you thought whatever. You don't put your hands on me. That's what your words are for. If you have an issue, then you let me know verbally. You don't put your hands on me. Then on top of that, she said that she got in her face, like this close. So you're not only assaulting me, but you are in my space. So that's like a threat. Because when a person is invading your space like that, that's to the point where you're trying to fight me or do something to me. So I feel threat. I would have said I feel threatened, and I think I need to call the police. That's what she should have did. But she was being respectful, and she was in awe that she saw Selena's sister. That's fine. That's dandy. But me, I don't care who you are. You don't put your hands on me, and you don't get in my face and invade my space. That's a no-no. That's an automatic invitation for a slap in the face or a shove. Because for one, I can do that because you had already put your hands on me. So I'm defending myself. Because I don't know what you could do to me when you grabbing me by the arm like that. That's fighting. That's a fighting stance. Like, you're not gonna sit there and grab me by the arm like I'm your child. Get out of here. So that's what she said she did. And then she said when she got in her face that she was like, "Are you taking video? Are you recording?" And the girl said, "No." And she said, "Because didn't you read the sign before you came into the museum that you cannot record?" She was like, "I didn't record. I'm taking a picture." And then she was like, "Oh, okay," or something like that. And she said that she said it really rude. Like, she was really rude. At first, at the time, she thought that she was being respectful because of who she is. But she said after really thinking about it, she came off rude. And that's expected. But like I said, I would have handled it different. Maybe I would have, it's not, maybe two wrong. Yeah, two wrongs don't make a right. But I'm not going to let nobody punk me. I don't care how popular you are or who you are. You're not going to disrespect me like that because I don't think, no, I know for a fact Selena would not have done nothing like that. For one. Two, I think if Selena was alive and she saw somebody snapping pictures or whatever, she probably would have held a conversation with her and probably just took a picture. If you want to take a picture with me, just ask. Something like that. But she would not grab her by the arm. Nah, Suzette is definitely dictator's child because she acts just like him. Just like him. Rude, obnoxious, and just money hungry and mean. But pretend to be nice for certain people in front of the camera. But she, like I said, I would have handled it a whole lot worse than her. Like, she did a good job for being the bigger person. But I don't know. Depending on the situation, sometimes I can be the bigger person and let it go. But because I don't really care for her like that, Suzette, I probably would have handled it in a immature manner, which means I would have either snatched my hand away from her, asking her, "What are you doing? Don't touch me. I feel threatened. I can call the police on you because that is assault. Don't you ever put your hands on me again, because I can very much hit you back. I can very much hit you because you just touched me without my permission." And then if she got in my face, I'm like, "Ho, ho, 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 get your bag back. Get from out of my space because I feel threatened. Get out of my space. Move back." And if she refused to, then that's when I will shove her back. So her approach gave me the green light to go off on her. I'm just saying. So, yeah, I don't know. Because she said that she was going to escort her out of the building. But the girl was like, that she wasn't that she wasn't recording, that she was taking pictures. Like I said, I would have snatched her hand away. Or smacked, or smacked her hand away. Then she said that she saw Dictator. So I guess he was walking towards his office, and a few fans spotted him in the museum and wanted him to take a picture with him. And he said no. He held out his hand and said no and walked to his office. Now, I've heard this several times from different people that when he's at an event, he turns down pictures and stuff like that from fans. And I feel like that old man needs to really humble himself, because he wouldn't be where he is today if it wasn't for his daughter. And he needs to really cherish the fans that Selena's fans. He really needs to cherish Selena's fans, because he is a representation of her, because she is the superstar. And she will not handle her fans like that in any way necessary. And he needs to understand, he needs to live like Selena. Those are her fans. So he needs to cater to her fans. He needs to act like as if Selena was still here, whether he like it or not, because he know daggone well that Selena would not treat her fans the way he treats her fans. She would not decline. She never declined a picture, of autograph, or anything. She never did. She only had one encounter with a person that asked for an autograph. She was going to sign it, but she just said, "Can you wait till I finish eating?" But the person was irritated and impatient and was rude to Selena. So Selena decided not to do it. But that was because the person was rude to her. And then her father had the nerve to say, "Why would you do that? Why would you rude to?" Oh, look at the contradictory. Because didn't you just decline a fan when they asked for an autograph or a picture, but you get on your daughter because she was standing up for herself, and you talking about you being rude to her, you should have signed it? Then you should have took a picture, use your own advice, and take a picture with her fans. What would Selena do? Keep that in mind every time you are with one of her fans, because like I said, it's making her look bad, and she not even here to defend herself, because he's constantly brushing them off. He wouldn't be having the money that he is making if it wasn't for her fans. Period. And he's just doing them dirty like that. And it's just not right. And it's just like, karma is a B, ITCH. That's all I'm going to say. Karma is a B. So since he treating people rudely and disrespectfully, all that crap is going to go on him. As quick as he making all that money off of his daughter, all that money off his daughter can go just like that, because of the way he treats her fans. He is the closest, one of the closest things to Selena. The most he should do is respect her fans. And he treats them like trash. Trash. He's only pleasant to certain people that have a certain social status. You have the nerve to put your hand up and say no to a fan when they see you in the museum that you established, and they pay money to go and look at these establishments in the museum, and the least you can do is take a picture. When they paid money to come look at the establishment that you created for your daughter, a picture don't take but a few seconds, and then you go on about your day. So that, I mean, it's not shocking that happened, because they just rude individuals. They just rude. All they care about is money, money, money. They can care less about her fans, less about Selena. All they care is about themselves and money, and keeping themselves relevant. That is it, because it shows. All that talk that they talk in the interviews is one ear and out the other, because their actions do not equal out their words. They say one thing, but they act totally opposite. And I have no respect for neither one of them. Neither one of them. And ABCDFG. I have no respect for him either. They all three of them are giving Selena a bad name. Even though she's not, even though no one likes her even less. But it just doesn't make her, it doesn't represent her. They don't represent her well at all, in my opinion. They don't represent her well. Because if they did, they would cherish her fans and treat her fans with respect always. She never declined a picture or autograph. They should never decline a picture and an autograph. They should live like Selena would have wanted them to live like when it comes to her fans. So I don't respect it. I think that's wrong. I feel like even though it's a year old, I feel like since she made that video public, and I'm sure they seen it, maybe they should mail her a sincere apology letter and give her money back from when she went to the museum, or offer her a VIP pass to the next museum tour, and then follow up with a picture or something like that. They need to really do that, because that's not right. That's not right at all. But that's all I have for today. I will come back with another video soon. Peace.